Hey there! I just wanted to do an online version of a presentation that I gave at the Rio back on September 24th. Hope you enjoy it. It's hard to say how this will go without the bright lights shining in my face, the microphone that I can walk away from, the hard questions from the crowd, and it being a little later in the evening and a couple beers into the evening. But here goes. I wanted to record this again just for you. Hi there, I'm Bunny Glue, aka Anna, and I'm here to tell you why you should never paint 100 blue faces, and this isn't being anti-compete. Okay, I understand that painting 100 blue face paintings has probably never even occurred to you as something that you should do, but I'm going to preempt the possibility and explain to you exactly why it's not a good idea. First, I'm going to fess up to my crazy project. Back in February, I painted a blue face in acrylic on a 12-inch square canvas. Not a big deal. I'm that kind of creative girl. Then I painted another and another. And finally, I was saying I was going to paint 100, mostly so that I'd know when it was time to stop. Then I had 100 paintings in my small living room, in my small apartment, and it was too much. So I decided to do a Kickstarter project, 100 Blue Faces, and give half of them away, essentially for free, so that they find homes. What this means is that for $1 if you're in Vancouver, BC, Canada, or for $16 to ship in North America, you can have a blue face painting of your own. I'll tell you more about that later. But that's not the point exactly. I'm here to tell you why you should not paint 100 blue faces. Or whatever your personal equivalent what the fuck obsessed project is. First off, any big project, whether it is doing something 100 times or prototyping a gadget, is going to make you one of those obsessed people who are avoided at parties. If you actually manage to leave the house and get to parties, it is inescapable that the odds of you meeting anyone else who finds what you are obsessed with even vaguely interesting are trending towards zero. Maybe you should start out with collaboration. I think that the Burners are onto something with that. But either way, the good side is you will be too obsessed to notice that no one wants to talk to you. The bad side? Well, it's all the rest of basic human social interaction, but let's not go there. In the specific case of 100 blue face paintings, it costs a fair bit of money to buy paint and canvas. It takes up a lot of time to apply that paint to those canvases. And all of your friends will begin to ask why you aren't painting cute tiny houses, zombies, cats, landscapes, realistic nudes, or frankly realistic anything, or something that might be vaguely marketable. You will briefly consider homicide. You may manage to feel misunderstood, but mostly you will begin to feel a certain dread that you are creating a monster. An awesome monster, a monster that you love dearly, but a monster nonetheless. You are tempting fate, making your own contemporary highly unnatural Frankenstein that has now taken over several square feet of your living space. Living space that was fairly modest to begin with. If you are not careful, you may begin to feel ashamed of your project. You may begin to dream about natural disasters, hurricanes, floods, and fires that might descend to destroy the evidence. You may begin to play with matches. You will laugh at yourself and yet still go paint another damn painting. The project will be the most interesting and compelling thing that you can think of doing. You will feel most alive when you are doing this work. You will spend months, maybe years, working on this project. And eventually you will be done. You will feel amazingly fulfilled and totally lost. You will have more or less created your own personal albatross. Finally, the day has come and your work is finished. But now you need to decide what to do with it, what the next step is. And some smartass will say, or you will think, crowdfunding, that's the solution. Indiegogo, okay, no, that's not so cool. Wait, yes, Kickstarter is in Canada now, bring it on. You will have no clue what you are signing up for, which is a damn good thing. Because a couple of weeks later, that every project must have a video to succeed thing will have you standing in your shower, analyzing your bathroom's capacity to double in a cycle parody. You will by now be acutely aware that it is completely true. Everyone looks fatter on video. And all the things you need to do for your Kickstarter will be surprisingly horrible. But by now you will have told at least half your friends that you are going to do a Kickstarter. Kickstarter is a nightmare. Do not kid yourself. But if you happen to paint 100 blue faces or invent a widget or knit 90 LED hats or whatever, and you need to find them homes, I think Kickstarter is also awesome. Not even so much for the platform that it provides, but for what it will force you to do. You will need to fess up to your crazy project and totally own it. You will find out who among your friends has your back on this one, and maybe in general. You will wonder if your other friends dislike you or your project. You will try not to think about it obsessively at 2 a.m. You will tell strangers about your project. You will experience their apathy and support. You will carry breath mints and some kind of handout wherever you go. You will need to face rejection and failure. I can say this with a smile because now my project is 85% funded, but the first week was pretty tough. You will vacillate between feeling very alone and very connected to the universe based on your number of backers and project funding percentage, and the individual conversations that you hope to God are getting you there. Backer alerts will be your new crack. Your financial values will change. Someone can support your project at an incredibly low dollar amount, maybe a single $1, and it will still make you feel better than a big paycheck because this is a project that you care about. You will try not to do the math. You will live in dread of the Kickstarter cancel funding button that you have heard horror stories about. Why is it constantly at the bottom of the edit page when your project is live? And why isn't it at least in red? And maybe, if you are like me, during your Kickstarter you will learn just as much about yourself as you did in the process of creating the original thing that has got you to seek crowdfunding in the first bloody place. So, here is my advice. Do not paint 100 blue faces, or whatever your personal equivalent is, and definitely do not use Kickstarter to connect to the world. Matches? Fire? Those are your friends. Best of luck and be careful. Very, very careful. But wait, I have 100 paintings of blue faces and I want you to have one. It's easy and there are still some $1 paintings up for grabs. How it works? Go to my Kickstarter 100 Blue Faces. Sign up. Depending on the reward level you pick and when you sign up, your preferences for which painting you want will be ranked. There are a lot of different options that include getting a painting essentially for free, covering the cost of 2 paintings, paying more for premium choice, getting 4 or 9 paintings to create your own square of squares, and there are a lot of fun options there. At the end of the project, I will send you a form to find out your favorites. So think about which one of the blue faces really is yours. I've got postcards with the details and the URL on them, so see me and start thinking about which blue face belongs over your couch. My project ends October 12th, and I'm trying to find homes for all 100 of the paintings. I want you to have one. Thanks.